Hello, good morning, and welcome to this segment of the program. Inuaghata Nosakhare is my name. I am the business coach and workforce trainer. Now, sometimes we wake up on a particular day or any other day and we feel like eating this particular meal. For example, in the Nigerian environment, in the South here, we love, well garnished, empowered fried rice and chicken, with fried rice with all the, ingredients, saturating that rice. And then we want to eat it with chicken and with some amazing, tasty juice. We wake up and we want to eat that kind of meal. Then we notice that more often, sometimes, we do not have the money to cook the kind of meal, excuse me, that we want to eat. We do not have the kind of money sometimes to cook, to prepare the kind of meal we want to eat. Then we look at our kitchen, we look at the cupboard, we look at the ingredients that are available. Maybe there we have half tuber of yam, sometimes we have beans, we have gari, we have rice, we have cocoyam, and then with what we have in the kitchen, we decide to cook a meal. We make something happen with what we have. Our not having money to eat the kind of food we want to eat is not stopping us from eating. We eat all the same. This is the meal we want to eat, well garnished, empowered fried rice with chicken, with a glass of juice by the side. That is what we want to eat. But we don't have money for that. What we now do, we go to the kitchen, we check out the ingredients we have, and with the ingredients we have, we make something happen. Our not having money to eat what we want to eat does not stop us from eating. Remember those days in the university, in the higher institution, polytechnic colleges of education, as a student, you just wake up, you just desire a particular meal, but you don't have money to eat that meal. You look at your cupboard and probably you just have beans and gari, probably you just have rice, half tuber of yam, and then with what you have, you decide to make something happen. You're not having money to eat what you want to eat. It's not stopping you from eating at all. You eat all the same. Now, this same thing should be applied to business. There are many times that we have a business vision, we have a business idea, and then we put resources together to go into that business idea. Now, this is not always the case. More often, people always complain about lack of funding to drive the kind of business they want to go into. People have this business vision, this business goal, this business idea, and probably that business vision, to start it, requires not less than 2 million naira. Probably you want to go into bakery business, into hospitality business, and now you just have, that what is needed to go into it is not less than 1.5 million naira or 2 million naira. And in your account, you just have 150,000, or you have 80,000, or you have 20,000, as the case may be. Now, what do? You're not having money to go into the kind of business you want to go into. Should not stop you from going into business. Just like you're not having money to eat the kind of food you wanted to eat did not stop you from eating. You're not having the kind of money, you're not having the 100% capital outlay that is required to go into the kind of business you want to go into, should also not stop you from going into business. What do? Now you need to sit down with yourself and do what we call business effectuation. You look at what you have. What you have cannot enable you to go into what you want to go into. Then you look at what you have. You look at your bank account, you have 50,000, you have 20,000, you have 10,000, you have 100,000 or 500,000. But the business dream, the business vision that you have actually requires 1.5 million. It requires 800,000. Sometimes it requires 5 million and even more. What you now need to do is to go about business effectuation. Remember, you're not having the money to eat what you wanted to eat did not stop you from eating. So you're also not having the 100% required capital to go into the kind of business you want to go into. Should also not stop you from going into business. So you take what you have, you sit down, you take a notepad, and then you tell yourself, okay, I have 50,000. What are the business options that 50,000 naira can go into? Out. I ask questions, I ask friends, and I start listing them out. Oh, what I want to go into requires 5 million naira, but I have 500,000 naira in my account. What are the business options, the business alternative that 500,000 naira can go into? I start listing them out. What I want to go into requires 350,000, but in my account I just have 85,000. What are the business options that what I have can go into? I start listing them down, and then I analyze them. Take quality time to analyze them, all the business options I have listed. Which one will be most profitable? And when it comes to this profitability issue, we now need to start asking ourselves some questions like, okay, among these business options, alternatives I've listed, which one has a market? Which one will people buy over and over again? Which one will continue to have back-end transaction, repeated transaction? Which one of them is not a fad? A fad is something that just come, then it's just, you are just hearing it maybe for a particular season, and then, you don't hear of it anymore. Or the business idea, may just be the type that it is only during rainy season you make sales, or it's only during dry season you make sales. You need to, strategically sit down and begin to analyze them. Analyze them. A wise man said that, you need to ponder the steps of your feet. You need to take time to analyze so that you will know the one that is most profitable. You know the one that will bring returns at the end of the day. You know that you now choose the idea, on your choice should not be the one that, customers will continue to come back for repeated transaction, repeated patronage. Remember from the very beginning, as I begin to conclude this morning, that you're not having the required amount of money to cook the kind of food you wanted to eat did not stop you from eating. And also remember, you're not having the money to go into the kind of business you want to go into should not stop you from going into business, shouldn't hinder you. Get something started with what you have, and then you start turning things over, building it up, and it gets to a level you may be able to build the required capital outlay to go into your business vision. Or probably you have gotten to a level whereby the one you initially planned is you don't even have interest in it anymore. You now concentrate on this one and build an empire out of it. I believe that lots of value have been added to you today. And the essence of information is not just for documentation, but it's for implementation. The information you don't act on will not bring the desired difference in your life. And I also believe you want to discuss with me, to do a seminar with your people, to have a one-on-one coaching session with you, train your staff, speak in your church, in your, in meetings. My phone numbers are right there on the screen. Call my MTN line. It's 080-6686-5060. The Glow line is equally there. It's 080-529-29 again, 120. I call the MTN again, 080-6686-5060. I'll be continuing from this point next week, Wednesday. And when I return, my name will not change. It will still be Inuaghata Nosakhare. Your day is blessed.